Well, thank you very much. We're back here. We're back here on remote.
Time.
We are having
and we're at Esplanade Mall here in Baton Rouge, right off of I-10.
And look who's joined us.
We've got Dr. Who with us, and we'd like to welcome you here to Baton Rouge. We're having a great time. He's been doing a show. You've finished your second show now already today. We've got 2 shows tomorrow. Don't forget, we've got 2 shows tomorrow on Sunday here at Esplanade Mall at about 1:30 and about 3 o'clock. So be sure and come on down. And this is all courtesy of Louisiana Public Broadcasting. If you're thinking about becoming a member, now's a great time to do it. We really appreciate the support that science fiction fans have shown us at Louisiana Public Broadcasting. So be sure and call. And I'm sure they don't want to hear me talk. They'd rather hear Jon Pertwee talk.
I wonder what I had this one.
I don't know. Somebody just gave you that. Oh, my goodness. That must have really set them free in there.
Well, so you like Baton Rouge so far, or?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, no.
Really. I've only just arrived.
Oh, I thought you traveled all over.
Well, no, I do. I travel whenever. I've been living in New Orleans.
Oh, it's
eating too much.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
that's
you can do that there. I think
too.
there's one thing to do is that.
Wonderful.
Yes. Yeah. And we've got lots of specials here, too, that feature Jon Pertwee. We've got wristwatches. We've got mugs. We've got albums that are for sale here. We've got a lot of fun going on. So if you'd like to come on down, we'd love to see you.
Because what we've got is we've got the doctor. We've got all the monsters. We've got the doctor's friends. We've got the doctor's enemies. We've got Bessie right here behind us. We've got all this for you because LPB has decided that Doctor Who is the program to show, and we're helping all the Doctor Who fans to experience Doctor Who to the fullest. So we need you to pledge. We need your support. We'll be back with the doctor in just a few moments, but let's go see what's happening in the studio. Okay? What's happening? I've got the doctor, and I've got Brian himself. So why don't you take it away, Brian?
Thank you, Clay. I think he's doing a marvellous job, don't you, John? If Clay keeps going like that, he might keep both of us in a job. Where shall I take it away to, John? Actually, I don't want to take it away to anything. I'm having such a good time here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Have you managed to say Baton yet?
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
Naturellement, c'est très simple pour moi.
Doesn't he say that beautifully, ladies and gentlemen? But, you know, the lovely thing about our lives as John and I travel around the public television world in North America is that on our travels we get a chance to learn so much about the difference in American cultures. And here, John, it must be home week for you with the French connection.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Monsieur Prudhomme.
Monsieur Prudhomme? We haven't actually sampled any of his cuisine yet, have we? We'll have to put that right on Sunday night before you fly back to England.
I've sampled something which he copies, yes.
Ooh, how nasty. What was that, John?
Well, I mean, red beans and rice and jambalaya and all the lovely gumbos.
Yeah, so your midriff is swelling as well as mine.
Absolutely, yes.
John, what is your name in French again?
Jon de Pertwee de Layeuvaux.
There has to be a story to a name like that.
Yeah.
Well, tell it.
It's going to take 8.5 minutes.
Well, they'll stretch the break.
He's waving already. He's waving over there. You're on. How you doing?
Oh my gosh, I'm on again.
Back.
Those are a couple of swell guys after all that. Brian Sloman and Mr. Jon Pertwee are going to offer to you here tonight on LPB. And we'd like to take it away, Brian. And what is that special offer?
The bells rung again.
The bell. What are the bells, Clay?
Well, the bells mean that there's like at least $100 pledge.
Well,
and I'm sure that's because you guys rushed down here through all the traffic to get here.
Well, we've got that camera. You told us it was going to be that
Because
one.
that camera's got its little red light on, John.
Oh, so it has.
Yeah.
So, hello.
And so I can't introduce...
No,
you see, now we've got another camera with a little red light on.
My name is Brian Sloman.
My name is Jon Pertwee. It's great to be here in Louisiana.
Why is that bell ringing? Does it mean it's Christmas? It's done it again. Is it a $100 pledge?
Is that what it is?
Tremendous.
That's $100.
Well, we've got a way, hopefully, to keep that, to keep those bells ringing all through this evening, John.
We have, yes. Shall I tell it what the
yes,
idea
well,
is?
you're much better and more
Now,
eloquent
anybody
than I am.
that makes a $100 pledge
On a credit card.
on a credit card, I will personally answer the telephone and I will speak to that person or son, daughter, twins, cook, anybody.
Bottle washer.
Bottle washer. Anybody at all, I'd be delighted to talk to. And if we get a bit bunged up, then I'll call you back on the breaks. All right? So that's a promise.
So let's get the telephones ringing, shall we?
Let's do that, yeah.
So it looks like a Dalek evening, John. Probably your favourite people in the world.
Well, you could say that. If you did, I'd be a liar. No, splendid fellows, the Daleks. They're very, very fine. Very fine indeed.
Yes.
No, 2 of the best stories we're showing tonight.
Really?
Oh, yes.
And what was fascinating to hear from Quinn, that this has been one of the first times that you, my personal favourite doctor, have actually been seen in Louisiana.
What was that again? You dropped your voice there.
I'm not supposed to be biased as a BBC
No, you got
representative.
be biased, just for once. Go on, be
My
biased.
personal favourite
Listen to this,
doctor.
right? Yes.
My personal favourite doctor,
Thank
Jon
you, yes.
Pertwee.
Quite right. Yeah, what?
Well, it's
What
this
is
the first time
Windsor?
you've been seen in Louisiana.
Oh, I've been seen for a month or two now, haven't I?
No, but that's in this particular since the Summerfest pledge, where
Yeah, but I've
the
been
good
on
folks
about-
watching raised all this money.
I think, what are we on to now? The 5 doctors or
We
three doctors?
haven't. We have just passed the 3 doctors, as a matter of fact, and we're now continuing into another season. But we here at LPB, we're showing your episodes, you the 3rd Doctor, all over the state for the first time.
Oh, that's
And this is
terrific.
the first time that all these episodes are being shown.
About time, too.
It
Exactly.
really is. That's the way I
Absolutely.
feel
Every time
about
I
it.
come to this part of the world, I love to come to Louisiana, and they say, "Oh, you're coming soon."
Yes.
And I'm, okay.
Well,
And
now
I'm
you're here, John, in glorious Technicolor. You and the Daleks.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
Oh,
Clay?
the next one is going to be like Death to the Daleks. That's what it's going to be, Death to the
So we've had
Daleks.
Planet of the Daleks, and Death to the Daleks.
Death to the Daleks.
And Death to the
And
Daleks
will,
is going to be just
will you
great
win,
stuff.
John?
I always win, Brian. You
Mhm.
know that.
Always.
You must have run down a flight of stairs or something.
good always wins against evil. Yes.
I want to tell you, I know it's just a little bit on my part, but this guy right here, everyone says that the first Doctor they see, that's the Doctor they're in love with, and this is the guy that I saw. And when we finally got the series back, I said, I know who we're starting with. We're starting with Jon Pertwee.
Hooray.
I'll
So we
tell
have-
you what, I think
You did
he
that
is
very
it.
well indeed.
Oh,
I'll
thank you.
I'll give you the money later.
Okay, the $25 and everything and the free T-shirt. Good, great. You know, it's more than just one person around here who deals in all these gifts and such like that.
Does that mean the BBC is going to pay you a personal appearance fee as well?
Well, I hope
For
so,
this.
but I'd just love to come to your country and enjoy all the finities and everything like that. But gang, let's remember, Mr. Pertwee over here has made a very special deal, and what he's going to be doing is he is going to be talking to anyone who can pledge $100 or more on a credit card. Remember, Visa, MasterCard, American Express. If you can pledge on that card, Jon Pertwee will be talking to you personally, whoever you are and whatever you are. So we need you to call in. We need you to call right now. There are the phones. What, we got a few phones here?
The only thing I worry about, actually, Clay, on occasions like this, I hope you're not having so much fun sitting in your armchairs you're not rushing to your telephone. Well, it's fairly obvious you're not rushing to your telephone, actually, because there's only one chap working behind us, John.
You know, as John said, we've got an excellent episode coming up. I know it's at a special time. If you know a lot of people who like Doctor Who and such, but aren't really interested in the special projects and such that we've got, well, that's fine. You can watch it. If you know people who love Doctor Who, but they don't know it's on right now, give them a call, please, while you can, because we've got another fine episode coming up. We've got Jon Pertwee, we've got Brian Sloman, we've got them all here. There's another $100 pledge.
Good.
Thank you very much. Well, let's see, what we're going to do? We're going over? Yeah, let's go see what's going on by the Christmas tree right now, okay? Here, one more time. These guys are here. They are offering you a very, very special treat for you LPB viewers. Jon Pertwee will talk to you over the phone personally if you contribute $100 or more via MasterCard, Visa, American Express. It is their pledge to you for science fiction programming. Thank you, and call in. Know whether you really enjoy this type of programming on LPB, because right now it's time for you to phone in your pledge to Louisiana Public Broadcasting. Now, we have had so far 66 pledges. Now, that's just not enough, because Doctor Who, as Brian and John will tell you, Doctor Who is a rather expensive program, and it's an expensive program for LPB to buy. The only way that we can buy it is through funds to friends, which are contributed by you. You need to call us right now on the phone, 769-5000, and pledge. Those 66 pledges are not going to do it. We need a lot more pledges. We need them now, because it's the only way that we can get this type of programming here on LPB. Now, we do have a few special gifts for you. Now, there's a T-shirt, or is it a sweatshirt? It's a sweatshirt. And the top 3 credit card pledges, they're going to be able to get a sweatshirt. This one's a rather huge one here. We'll probably spread that out over all 3 of us. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a very... Oh, gosh, he saw himself on TV, too.
No, I didn't. Just you thought you saw yourself until ever you weren't up.
It wasn't me!
That's right. There he was, looking at camera one,
busy acting
John.
away like mad, and they want a shot over there.
You know what that is? That's one of those $100 pledges. Oh, I wanted to mention about those. Jon Pertwee has been very kind. he is going to be talking to any of you folks out there who pledge $100 or more. Now, I know a number of you have pledged $100 or more, and you have done it tonight, but we do need to verify that, so we need to have that pledge on a credit card. If you look below us, sometimes they're running those Visas, those MasterCards, those American Express cards. That's what we need. $100 or more pledge on a Visa, MasterCard, or American Express.
In fact, there's a couple of people you're going to be calling.
Oh, thank you, Brad.
Oh, yes, what do you have here?
Quick ziz.
Yes, isn't there a couple of people you're going to be calling,
Get it
John?
in quick. Right. There are two people. There's a gentleman called Mr. Norman Mott from New Orleans, from Narlands, pardon me.
Very good.
And Mrs. Patricia Duggan from Baton Rouge. And I'll be calling them just as soon as we finish this little moment here.
You know, John, I've always sort of complained about how Americans speak our language, but I suppose now when we're finally down here in New Orleans with the French connection, I'm not allowed to say anything.
But I can't find anybody here that speaks French. It's terrible. Vous parlez français? Très bien. But nobody understands my French anyway, because they speak this. Hello. Well, hello. Hello.
Number 3.
Hello to all of you. Yes.
Hello.
Bonjour. Yes.
Yes, so
yes,
John,
one with the red
so
light.
anybody with a
Didn't mean a thing a few minutes
$100
ago.
credit card call, John will speak to in French.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
If you'd like.
You won't understand a word I'm saying because my French and your French are two entirely different things. But we'll both be speaking basically the same language. And I will speak. I don't mind you looking at your watch. When you shake it, I don't like it. All right?
Yes.
Okay.
He's not holding up anything, John, so we don't have to worry. What do you got? 4 minutes?
4 minutes.
No.
Yes. Anyway, so just
But actually,
please call in any. Shut up. a minute. Anybody who calls in with a $100 pledge or more, I will personally speak to them and sing Noel, Noel, or Happy Christmas, or anything like that to you. Anything.
You're going to sing as well?
Just ask, and I'll be delighted to do it.
See, I feel like using the ultimate threat, John.
What's that?
That you will refuse to be entertaining if they don't leave their comfort of their armchairs and go and pick up a telephone. Now.
That jingle bells, jingle bells.
In fact, the screen's going to go absolutely blank if you don't rush now to your telephone. Pick it up and dial 504-769-5000 to make a pledge to keep this excellence in broadcasting on your airwaves.
God, keep going. Go on with the hard sell. He's a great hard seller.
Well, no, I just...
about the budget and everything like that.
No,
Tell
I just feel that there's a great danger of evenings like this when we're having so much fun live on air that people are actually going to lose sight of the business we're here for.
Quite right.
And the business we're here for is to raise money for the best in broadcasting.
You tell
and
them,
people
kid.
can't have it both ways.
That's
They
right.
can't expect the very best to be coming over their airways unless they're willing to dip into their pockets and pay for it.
Absolutely.
I think, in fact, there was a gentleman tonight, I want to steal his line, a chap at the show, who says you don't get anything for nothing. And that's particularly true of public television. And it saddens me to hear that there's only 4% of the viewers, 4 in every 100 viewers, actually pledges to Louisiana public television. And that means people aren't fulfilling their responsibility for the best in television. So, John, you and I have got to do something about it.
Tell them about what we do in England, because that's very different from what you do here.
Well, I mean, we of course, 60 years ago decided that broadcast communication was crucial and it needed to be correctly funded in order to protect it. And that meant that we introduced a license fee system, which now means that every single television household in Britain pays £56, which at the current exchange rate would be somewhere over $90 per TV household. And every penny of that money goes to fund the BBC. It means that this current year, for instance, John, the BBC operated on $1.2 billion. How'd you like those figures? And so you really have to go to your telephone now and show your concern for the work of Louisiana Public Television. Pick up that phone now and make your pledge, because the absolute truth is that without your support, without the fact that you are going to raise 30% of the funds necessary to carry out the work of Louisiana Public Television this year, without you putting your hand into your pocket, they cannot continue to bring you the very best in entertainment. And as a representative of the BBC here in the United States of America, that would particularly sadden me, John, because it means they're not going to be able to enjoy all our future goodies that we are cranking out at great rate back at home. Mm-hmm. So it's a serious business today.
Quite right. There you are.
Okay, well, that is fantastic. Thank you guys very much. They're really laying it on the line here. That's what we need. We need you to call in. John will call you for a $100 or more pledge on credit card, but those monies do need to come in, because without those monies coming in, without you calling right now on the phone, then there won't be any Doctor Who, because we do have to pay for it, which means that you have to help us pay for it. It's people television, sure. It's you, the people, and us, we're the provider. If you give us the money, we can help bring this type of program to you. We can help bring Jon Pertwee to you as the third doctor. Thank you. There's another $100 pledge. You might be making those phone calls sooner than we think. I don't know.
Busy soon.
All right, those people are really getting on to it right now. We got a lot of phones, though. They're still not calling. We do need some more phones to call right now. It's going to be tough if we can't get more people calling in with those pledges. Remember, let me emphasize one more time. John will talk to you if you have a $100 or more credit card pledge. We have to verify it, so you have to have a $100 or more credit card pledge. But please, keep calling 769-5000. Thank you very much. Now let's get back to the show. Right now, and one of the gifts right here for the
Is this mug?
Yeah, it is that mug.
Is this mug? Is this mug? This
What
mug?
is that mug?
This
Yeah,
mug?
why don't we come on out here and just see what this mug is?
That mug.
That
mug.
one?
That camera.
That one right there?
Yeah. Now, what happens is you put hot tea in it.
Uh-huh.
And as soon as you put the hot tea in it, the TARDIS disappears.
Can they make tea in Louisiana, John?
No, but they can
Oh.
make hot things which are called tea.
Oh, okay.
They make cold tea.
Well, they've probably got them in
Make
bags or
iced tea.
something.
Don't try it with iced tea because the TARDIS stays there forever. Right.
Okay.
Now you do the T-shirt.
Oh, okay, I can do the T-shirt now. Okay, well, they can flip to the T-shirt, I'm sure. Just watch all this magic. Anyhow, for the top 3 credit card pledges, they get this sweater. It looks rather bulky. Sweatshirt, yeah, I knew it was something like that. It's rather bulky for a T-shirt. Anyhow, the top 3 credit card pledges get this beautiful Doctor Who USA tour. Notice it says USA. Tour with the Doctor's TARDIS, with the diamond logo, which of course is the most famous. And then for that person who has the highest credit card pledge, they not only get that sweatshirt, but they also get this hologram on top of a Doctor Who album with themes from the Doctor Who series, old and new. All those special gifts can be yours, and of course that dematerializing $60 or more TARDIS mug. But, you know, we have had some problems getting a lot of money around here. We do need you to call in right now. John has called a few of the people who have pledged that $100 or more on credit cards. He spoke wonderful French to some woman who was at a restaurant, and it was just amazing.
Camera,
Yes?
please.
Oh, yes.
There we are. Spoke to a lady who was with her French class in a restaurant. Actually, I think she was rather annoyed I interrupted her in her main call.
No, she was probably just trying to get them all around to listen.
Oh, is that what
in.
it was?
I think that's what
Anyway, I've got another call I'm going to make in a minute to Harold Burkitt of Natchez, one of my most favorite towns. I think it's a town, or is it a city? It's a city. Does it have a
yes.
cathedral?
I was going to say, what denotes a
What
city?
denotes the city? What makes a city? in America?
When the people demand it.
Really?
Demand to say, this is a city. It isn't a town, it's a city.
Do you know what makes a city in England?
What
Or
makes
in
a
Britain?
city in England?
Tell them, John.
You haven't got a camera on you, but you
I
shout.
noticed that. We'll
That's right,
We'll
that's
see you
They
then.
don't like us very much. To make a city in England, you have to have a cathedral.
A cathedral?
Yes. Have you got a cathedral in Natchez?
Oh, I'm sure there must be a cathedral and some extra churches and everything.
Right.
We're very
Anyway, I'm going to be
religious
ringing.
around
I'm going to be ringing this gentleman in a moment.
here. Okay, so John's here and he's going to be ringing, and if you call in a $100 more pledge on a credit card, John will be calling you. Now, those are some of the extras we give you for calling in. But Brian's going to talk to you a little bit about the reasons we are here tonight.
Well, the reasons we're here tonight, Clay, and also the reason we're here for the weekend. I refer to having John's company as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for people in Louisiana to come along and join us in the Esplanade Mall at the Grin Room, where you can meet John in person and be entertained and titillated by John, regaled with stories, get your autograph.
Yes.
What else can they do, John?
Oh, they can see our exhibition trailer, which is about 140 foot long, and it's full of monsters. It has Daleks and K9 and
We're very proud of that, aren't we?
Very proud of it. It's
All the
amazing.
original things, the very first K9, one of the first Daleks that ever walked onto a set, Cyberman. Of course, you've got your lovely old Roadster.
Yes, we've got Bessie, our lovely old motor car, Bessie, the Edwardian Roadster, and we've got a lot of merchandising, and me, and Brian.
Yes, I'll say something as well. If John doesn't put a flat iron on my head. But no, that's a marvelous time, and I know there was a few hundred people who came along today and seemed to thoroughly enjoy themselves. So let's hope people flood to the Esplanade Mall. What's it? The College Drive exit on Interstate
College Drive
10.
exit. What time do we start tomorrow?
12 o'clock. We're going to run from 12 until 6, and John's going to be giving 2 shows, and there's hundreds of seats. So hopefully people are going to come from all over and join us and show their love for the Doctor.
Okay, because I'm glad you brought that up. A few people have called in. They've asked, where is this at? You go down I-10, head to Baton Rouge, College Drive exit, little mall there, Esplanade Mall, the Grin Room, you'll see it. The big Who van, as John was talking about, all the monsters, all the creatures, Bessie, and everything like that. LPB and the BBC are presenting that to you because you are a fan of the Doctor. You are the type of people that we are after tonight to call in 769-5000 and to pledge some money to Doctor Who, to what's going on here tonight. Because science fiction to a lot of people, it's part of their lives. And to keep that part of your life, you need to call in. You need to do it now. I think we've got Deborah now, and she is at the Christmas tree with a special little something.
Thank you very much, Clay. It's my honor.
Look at it. It works.
It really works.
Unbelievable.
It's gone.
Yeah. That, mind you, look, John, look, you see that boiling water? That's
Yes.
what I think of when I think of tea in America.
He can
Mind-
say
mind-
that because he lives here.
Yes.
I
I'm
can't
allowed.
say things like that.
Mind you, of course, you can throw it back and say, has anybody ever drunk coffee in England?
That's quite right, yes.
So, I mean, I'm not being totally biased, I'm just speaking the truth.
But this is $60 or more, this fascinating, dematerializing TARDIS mug. And that's just one of the gifts we're giving you tonight for pledging to the Doctor Who program and programming here on LPB, this type of science fiction programming. Once again, of course, we're also presenting to you fans. We're presenting Jon Pertwee. We're presenting Brian Sloman, everything like that. The Doctor Who van.
It feels as if I'm wrapped in a ribbon, don't you, John?
Oh, just a special little present
you
for
will
those
be
people
for
out
Christmas,
there.
Being boxed.
We always wrap Brian in a ribbon at Christmas.
I knew we'd get down to these type
Yes,
of things
it
here. And fans,
improves
this is
the
the
look.
only place you can hear that type of stuff. I tell you, it's amazing to me. And now, isn't that worth calling in for? Maybe $100, hell, $240. Man, we'll wrap you in one of those ribbons or something like that. Very discreetly, of course, but you need to call in. You know, we can joke all we want here, and we're having a good time. We hope you're having a good time watching Doctor Who, and we hope you're having a pretty good time watching these breaks, because these two guys are having a great time, and I'm enjoying it myself. But you need to call in, 769-5000. Pledges of $100 or more on a credit card. This man right here will call you personally on the phone and talk to you. I've seen it happen. I can see it happen again if you call right now. He will be there. He'll be on the phone. Give us a call. Credit card, Visa, MasterCard, American Express. Don't forget the Doctor Who van. It's on the corner of College Drive, I-10. We'll see you later on.
Excuse me.
And Sloman and Jon Pertwee. And here they are. Yep, that's them
camera
right
three.
there. Camera 3 is once again showing them.
I still think the best deal of the lot, John, is this chance for people to chat to you.
I've got a gentleman here. Oh, by the way, anybody that wanted to know, we were talking about Natchez just now, and they said it was a city, and I said, did they have a cathedral in jest? And I just had a gentleman ring me up and say, yes, they do have a cathedral at Natchez, and that's why it's a city. So we
Oh,
now
so
know
it's the
that.
same thing as us.
The same as us.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
I've got a call from Mr. Ron Kuiper from Shreveport.
Shreveport.
And I'm going to ring you in a minute, Ron, as soon as we're finished with this. Yes,
Come
Brian,
and see
sorry.
us. Come and see us tomorrow, Ron.
Yes,
Bring
please.
The family.
Yeah, come tomorrow,
In fact,
Ron.
bring everybody from Shreveport.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you
Bring
know?
Shreveport.
Yes, it's got to be worth the drive to come and see John.
We could come and fetch you. The truck's big enough.
It is. Probably get the whole city in that thing, wouldn't we, John?
Oh, yeah, and once again, where do you go? Well, you get on I-10, and you head to College Drive in Baton Rouge and get off, and there's Esplanade Mall. John will be performing in the Grin Room. We have the big van, as they were talking about, with all that memorabilia, all those props, the monsters, all the rubber things you ever saw in your life. They're there. They're moving. It's quite unbelievable. There's music, there's special effects, there's lighting effects, there's pulsating things, there's mouths moving. It's pretty
I
terrifying.
think we ought to take him with us, don't you, John?
I think we should. What are the pulsating things he's talking about?
It could be that over this.
Ah, that's what they are. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Pulsating reindeer bells, I suppose. Do you know? Have you noticed they took our microphone away from in the middle?
I know, we're
There's
talking out of
probably
the side of our mouths.
There's
We hope
probably
you
a
can hear
very
us.
good chance you can't hear me.
Yeah, I'll put this over
Can you?
here. Can you hear? There you are. They can hear you.
Good,
Somebody's
I'm back.
going like that.
Very good.
Fine,
Yes, I
number
can
3.
see them all the way in that household in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
Hello, Mrs. Smith.
Ring 5.
I love live television. It's like going back to the old days of the BBC.
Don't forget, I've just suddenly seen it. Ring 504-769-5000. And if you pledge $100 or more, I'd be delighted to speak to you, or sing to you, or shout at anybody that you don't like.
Yes.
Anything for $100. Yes.
John's been known to do anything for $100. I've decided, John, we've only got one alternative. I think we ought to go and strike until the phones start ringing.
Right.
Clay,
Okay, all right, they're going to go on strike. They're not going to say another word until you call right now, 769-5000. Remember, that's $100 or more on a credit card, please. We got to confirm this, but once it's confirmed, this man right here will be talking to you in person, live, on the phone. No, he's on strike. We need these phones to ring back here. We need them to ring right now. I know there's a really happy Deborah over there, and she wants to talk to you right now. Take it away.
Thank you very much.
Now, let's kind of clarify this a little bit. It isn't just we're not going to talk until the phones ring. It's we're not going to talk until the phones ring and you make some pledges. There's a little difference there somewhere, boys and girls. Now, once again, though, if you do call and you do pledge, $60 or more, you get that dematerializing TARDIS mug, and I'm holding one here, and it's quite amazing what's happening to that. Hey, thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's a $100 more pledge. And for
Another phone call for me to make.
There you go. You see, they're off that strike
You talk,
already.
John.
I talk.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, but the phones have rung. That's
Solid,
all right.
what
That's okay.
price?
Okay.
Right.
What price solidarity?
What can we say? The very idea. Maybe it was a credit card pledge, in which case you'll be talking over that phone quite a bit. Let's get some more of these phones ringing back here. These people will actually begin talking again. They're here for this night only on
Do you know
LPB.
who I think it's worth phoning for, Clay?
What's that?
Deborah.
Deborah.
I think Deborah's marvelous.
You do, huh?
Yeah, she's the best of the lot.
Oh, and yes, she's
Can't we
getting...
get her in our plate, in our side of the studio?
Oh, we
in the
could
next
just
break?
move her on in here. Deborah, you want to come into this area here,
come
right
say
in
hello,
between these
Deborah.
two guys here?
I've just heard
Hello,
that...
Deborah.
I've
Merry
just
Christmas.
heard... Can I hold your hand, Deborah? I've just heard that Deborah works for a commercial network in the
Oh, yes,
city.
she does.
Then what are
Please
you
don't
doing
watch
here?
it. Please don't watch it.
No,
Stay tuned.
change
for
that
public-
1 minute
No.
to 2 minutes while we're with Deborah.
Yes, excuse me. Can we have longer, please, Mr. Producer, because we're having a conversation here.
But right now we ought to talk about LPB.
Exactly.
Yes, yes.
Exactly.
And how you should call 504-769-5000 right away. Before we start back with Doctor Who, please give us a call now. We're waiting for our telephone volunteers here are standing by. They're looking very apprehensive. There you are. Telephones are ringing. 769-5000.
Okay, thank you very much, Deborah. That's what we need. We need you people to call. We need you to call now. Credit card pledges, $100 or more. Jon Pertwee will talk to you in person on the phone. And we do see those phones beginning to ring, but we do need a lot of pledges, a lot of money for science fiction. Please,
better going,
call
Deborah.
now.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the program.
Deborah's better than you. She gets the bells ringing better.
There he is, right there.
Here I am.
All right.
Hang on 1 second while I put my bins on. I can't see a thing without them. I've got a call coming for Curtis Tutzler of Fort Polk. Polk?
Fort Polk.
How do you spell it?
Polk.
Polk. In Louisiana. I'll be calling you in a minute, Curtis. As soon as we get off this little session.
I would say so.
Yeah.
And for all you other people, hey, there might be one right there. That might be another lucky
phones
person.
This is a
Nine.
little better, isn't
The
it?
phones are now
There's
going.
still
You've left it
3 or
very
4
late.
people. There's still 3 or 4 phones that aren't ringing, so let's get those going.
That's right. We
Don't
do
forget
need
what
them.
the offer is, that if you offer $100 and you pledge it on your credit card or more, I'd be delighted to talk to you or to sing to you a lullaby, send you to sleep, shout at you, shout at the wife, entertain the kids, sing a Christmas carol, make a lot of funny voices, anything you like, you see?
This
So,
guy
I
can
can't
do
be better
some
than that,
incredible. I mean, really,
Yeah.
you can't. I can't believe
for
it. This-
$100. That's
Deborah
cheap.
over there by the Christmas tree.
That's right.
Ladies laughing on the Christmas tree.
My
I
gosh.
think she's on. She's got
Yeah,
something to
let's
say.
go over to Deborah and see what's happening over there by that tree.
All right. Thank you very much, Clay.
Stand up. He either wants to leave the room or he's got something important to say.
Must be something really
Yeah.
serious.
Something important.
Like that. We'll deal with that later because
Yes,
it might be too
while
nasty
Quinn
now.
sorts out problems with the personnel in the studio, we ought to get back to the message of getting these phones ringing.
Yeah, go on then, give the message.
No, I just think, John, that it's your turn to tell them how important it is.
No, you tell him that. You're very good at that.
Well, but I've already been telling them that.
Well, tell him again, because you can't tell him often enough.
I think
Well,
we
they
got
can't
bucks
actually.
being
It's
passed
time-
If that's
around
your
here.
camera there.
Camera 1. Hello, old friend. No, seriously, this is your last chance tonight to show your appreciation for the Doctor. LPB has shown its appreciation for your support by bringing you Jon Pertwee in person and the Doctor Who celebration and tour to the live to the Esplanade Mall at the Grin Club. And so we've paid back just a little bit of your kindness for your support of LPB, but now it's your turn to show your support by picking up the telephone, dialing 504-769-5000, digging deep into your wallet and making your statement that you want to keep the best of broadcasting, and hopefully from our viewpoint at Lionheart Television, that means in times the best of British broadcasting here on LPB.
Very good, Brian. He's very good at that, isn't he? That's why we tour him, you know.
It's the only reason I've got a job, probably.
You're so good at that. I really am very impressed.
It's
Yeah.
that idiot board underneath the...
So I say hear, hear to everything that Brian has said. And to say that in any minute now I'm going to take a throat lozenge and I'm going to go off to that telephone and call up all the people that are waiting in queues to have me sing to them. I think that's what I'm going to do, isn't it?
Oh, I believe that's exactly what
But
you're going to do.
There still are some telephones not ringing, which saddens me,
few.
because
We got a few on
when we
there.
have a lovely double header like that, with two of John's movies and Daleks back to back, that is LPB giving its utmost commitment to the Doctor.
Yeah.
And this one here.
And incidentally, that little monster that you just saw, the little chap, you know, with the big eyes.
Oh, yes.
I've just found out his name. His name is Arnold Yarrow, and he's one of the top writers on English television now. Isn't that
Now, that's
interesting?
something you wouldn't have known unless you tuned
No,
in here
there you
to
go.
LPB
What's Lizzie
tonight.
Sladen doing now, John?
She's being a mother.
Oh, isn't
Liz
that great?
Sladen, who played my companion in that last story, she's just had a little girl, well, she's about 2 now, and she's a very, very excellent mother, and she spends a lot of time with her. Because Brian works a lot, her husband works a lot. So
Yeah, he's busy.
he brings home the bread. Yep.
Good. And what about the lady who played Jo?
Oh, she's in Australia, Katie Manning, doing very well in Australia, and has twin boys, and is now producing her own shows.
That means we're all getting old and
Yeah,
having
we are.
families and things. And as families, we all want to enjoy the Doctor together. And it is family television, the Doctor.
Yes.
A thought of sitting around the Christmas tree without Deborah, watching the Doctor.
Yes.
And maybe even, if we're lucky, contributing. Having them call up, maybe even right now, and contributing, a present to LPB, a special Christmas present. And you know, it's also a Christmas present to themselves, because once they contribute money to LPB, they get it back in programmings like Doctor Who. All that type of programming. Do yourself a favor, give yourself a present, that type of situation. You know, Brian, this is it. This is the last
This is the last chance. Indeed, it's going to be the last chance for everybody in Louisiana